Hey, how are y'all doing? I had a video lined up that didn't work out, so I'm making a new one, and I'll post it on YouTube, and then give you a link so you can watch it. I've had a little bit of a slow start. I've been down with the flu. In fact, I still feel like garbage, but life moves on, right? My name is Pete Kraska, and I'm your professor this semester, this winter term, for only 6 weeks. And the course is set up pretty simply, as you can tell, just 6 essays and a final exam. So let me talk just a little bit about the course real quick, just so you can hear it out of my mouth instead of reading the syllabus. So basically, you do a set of readings or listening to podcast or video or whatever the hell. And then at the end of that, and by Sunday evening, I'd like you to post a reaction essay that demonstrates you've read the material, you understand the material, and you're thinking about the material. You're reacting to it, you're providing some context, maybe you apply it to some of the things in your own life or some of the things that you've experienced, and write that out. And as the syllabus states, bare minimum of 2 pages. And what bare minimum means is that's to just do sort of average, above average work. If you'd like full credit on that assignment, you need to do more than 2 pages. And of course, I want a good 2 pages. I don't want just gobbledygook rambling. If I can tell that you really haven't read or thought about the material and you're just throwing some crap down, I'm going to grade it accordingly. Remember, this is all that you have to do for this semester are these 6 essays. So I want them to be pretty good and for you to put some effort into it. I think we have a pretty significant challenge over the winter term, because I know y'all are busy. You got family crap going on. You got holiday shopping possibly to do, and consequently, I know it's going to be hard to keep up on things. But please give it a try, and if you need accommodations or extra time, just ask. But let me know, because I don't want to sit back and wonder, wow, has this person dropped the course? Should I send in a negative midterm grade for them and have the university jump on them about that? Or, just keep me informed. That's all I ask. It's no big deal. I'll be accommodating and will help you out however I can. Then the last thing you have for this semester is a final exam. The final exam is a real exam. It's 15 questions. Answer 10 out of 15 short answer questions, which means you got to take the reading pretty seriously over the course of these 6 weeks for you to be able to do well on this final exam. I give you a long time to complete the final exam, so that's not too big of a deal. And I'm not asking it to be closed notes or anything like that, but it still is going to be hard to do a decent job if you haven't kept up on the work up until the final exam. And that might include, and I know this might sound insane, but that might include you taking some notes on the readings so that you have something to work off of when the final exam comes up. Because if you don't have anything, then you're going to have to go back and review all that stuff again. It's just going to be a lot more work. And I will grade the final exam, excuse me, pretty rigorously. I expect all of you to do very well on it, but it's very straightforward, and it's the kind of thing you either know the material and you did well on it, or you don't. And so I'll grade it accordingly. All right, the material for this course revolves around this notion of criminal justice ethics. As y'all can imagine, if any of you have any experience in the field or intend to work in the field, and by field I mean broad range of possibilities, There's a lot of potential in the criminal justice field and related areas. So you maybe already realize the gravity of what people are doing when they work in the criminal justice system. They're a part of administering justice. And I'm not talking about administering just punitive justice, a part of, sending someone off to prison. I'm talking about justice in all its various dimensions, which can be responding to people's needs. I mean, probation and parole officers, they do a lot of work to respond to people's needs. Doing victim advocacy work, you're responding to people's needs. And so this notion of administering justice requires a solid sense of what it means to be fair, what it means to be measured, what it means to be decent, what it means to do things in an honorable and virtuous way. And lots of things go wrong in the criminal justice system in this regard. I mean, one of the things I do outside of being a professor is I'm an expert witness and consultant in various legal cases. In fact, I just finished up working on the Breonna Taylor and her boyfriend Kenny Walker case. And a lot went wrong there. And there was a lot of really dishonorable and unvirtuous behavior that took place. Deeply unethical things that happened in that situation. And I don't know if a criminal justice ethics course would have made any difference for the people that were involved in that. But I'd like to think that people being aware of these kinds of things and understanding that we can engage in ethical deliberation and then do things according to not what our baser instincts might be telling us, but what our higher ideals and values might reflect. And so a huge part of becoming aware of various ethical dimensions in criminal justice is to really sensitize our minds to the importance in nearly every decision we might make of doing things in a virtuous, honorable way, and something that would make always the people we care about proud of us. And that's essentially what ethics comes down to. But in our field, it's very important because we're literally dealing with people's lives. We're dealing both from a victim perspective and offenders. We're dealing with people's lives. We're dealing with some people that have grown up horribly, and they've made really bad decisions as a consequence of all of the pain and hurt they've gone through in life. That doesn't mean we have to always be empathetic with every situation, but I can guarantee you, if you don't have empathy and don't work on empathy as someone that works in the criminal justice system, you're going to get burned out and probably go down a bad path. So that's what we're up to in this course. I know it's heavy, it's a big deal, but I also want to emphasize that some of what we're doing and some of what I hope you get out of it is this whole notion of living well. And like it's talked about in the podcast this week, this whole notion of living well, living virtuously, being reflective about what we do, finding our purpose in life, treating people in the same way we would like to be treated ourselves, both as a line personnel that might work in the criminal justice system, but then even more importantly, as people move up into administrative ranks, handling things from a leadership perspective in a decent, humane, honorable manner. These things are super important and super consequential. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've worked with people in the criminal justice system that have ended up working for a real asshole, like just a dictating, callous, rough human being that makes their lives absolutely miserable and oftentimes just makes them quit and get out of the profession altogether. At the same time, I've worked with some of the best human beings I've ever met, and they make excellent leaders, and they're the kind of people that other people are happy to work for and to strive and do good things for and with. So in one of the things that then we'll be pursuing, and this will come a little bit later in the class, is really the importance of starting to learn now, not just from this class. I hope you take at least a little bit of this out beyond this class, because it's really about self-improvement. It's really being about becoming a better person. It's about reading books like, where the hell is it? Shoot. I thought it was right next to me. But reading good books that deal with all of the struggles and pain and things we go through, and putting them into a context of making making us into a better person, rather than somebody that becomes more cynical and burned out and potentially delivering pain to other people because of our own pain that we haven't worked on. So good luck in the class, and I appreciate you all and your efforts. I appreciate the fact that you decided to take a 6-week winter term class, and let's make sure you get through it well and do well. Take care.